assistive technology over the years. On screen is Pradeep Sinha, the chairman for the Society of the Empowerment of the Deafblind, SEDB, in India. By his side is his teacher, friend and colleague, Namita Jacob. Through the conversation between Pradeep and Namita, Pradeep has his hands over Namita's as she tactile signs and voices for him, while also speaking of the growth of assistive technology from her perspective.
Remembering how long ago when Pradeep was small and I was his teacher, and then how there was not much technology. There were no computers, there was no phone or cell phone. And after some years of working together, I changed my job and I moved to Delhi. And when I talked about this to all my students, many of them and me, we were worried and sad. How will we stay in touch? We'd lose contact. And then we said, it's okay, no problem, because you can braille and send a letter. Yeah. So after I moved to Delhi, Pradeep sent letters. Yeah. And later when I moved to the USA, it wasn't a problem because Pradeep could send letters. When I came back from America, many things had changed, right? Many things had changed, yes. Now many things are different, and IT is really expensive. Yes, but what has changed? What has changed? Before I could braille, then I could send messages using a little cell phone, and I could do it alone because it said ABC, DEF, ABC, DEF, yes. But then the problem was when you sent a message to me, I had to ask somebody else, what is it? Or if I wanted to check, I had to say, what is it? What is it? Make sure I didn't make mistakes, and then I had to send it. So this was for me a very big surprise that one day I got a message from Pradeep and I thought, how does he do it? How does he know how to send me an SMS? And I asked him when we met together in Bombay, and he explained, I can remember ABC, DEF, GEH, and I can make the message. And then I asked him, how do you read when you get my reply? And he said, oh, two choices. One, I have to ask a friend, please read and interpret for me. Or two, I have to wait until the evening when I go home or until I go to office, and there I can connect it with the computer, and I have a software that can read it, and I use this device called the Power Brailler. Very, very, very expensive. Yes? Very expensive. So we are very worried about taking it home or carrying it in the bus. Yes? And then there was change again. There was new technology, right? And now I get WhatsApp from Pradeep. Wow. He can send me SMS, he can send me email, he can send me WhatsApp, no problem. And I can read it and reply, and he can read it. So I am going to ask him to please show you his device. It's the same Power Brailler. It looks like this. It has the braille keys here. It has a button that allows you to move and a center button that allows you to select, and it has all these keys that are like the 6 keys of the brailler. So he can type, and he can receive messages and read them under his fingers. It's very cool. It's very cool, but very expensive also. Yes, it's a little better. It's a little better. It's a little cheaper. Yes, but the one in America, that's really expensive. Yeah, it's better, but it's expensive. This is Indian, yes, and it's cheaper. Yes. But yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, Pradeep and I, we had a problem. Yes? My Bluetooth failed. The Bluetooth fails and the connection breaks. Right? Yeah. If the Bluetooth fails and the connection breaks between the phone and the device, Pradeep cannot repair it because he cannot hear or see the problem. He must listen and make the changes in the phone and the device. Turn this on, change this, and he cannot because it's not connected. So this is the problem, yes, that I can't hear it. So I don't know how to make the connection. Otherwise, I could do it myself. So I waste a lot of time. There's lots of work that I lose because of this, yes. And the big problem is also that I cannot understand this technology. I am his interpreter and his guide for this program, but I cannot because nobody taught me about devices. We had the same problem in Japan. Yes, yes. Do you remember how in Japan, after some time, we gave up? We were fed up. And then you asked me, please read. Yes? Yes, we just couldn't figure out how to make it connect. And I got fed up and I asked you to help me. But you didn't know how to make it connect. And I didn't know how to read the iPhone. I didn't know about double tap. So the problem was me. So now Pradeep has a new idea that every time he and I work together, he will teach me. Yeah. Yes, he'll teach me to yes, okay, his interpreter Kavya is very smart. And she knows, and then she can understand, and if he tells her step by step, she knows how to make the difference, the changes, and set the time, set the difference, set the alarm. Yes. So this is correct and very good if you have an interpreter like Kavya who knows a lot about AT. Correct? Okay. AT is very expensive, yes, but many things are also cheap. That has changed today. For example, the alarm, yes, and Pradeep and I, we use the alarm in many different ways. Pradeep doesn't need.
Your voice is not audible in the back.
Okay. Pradeep doesn't need the alarm. He wakes up by himself. I don't need. Yeah. Yes. I know what time it is. And sometimes in the night I go and leave my phone for charging, and then I forget. Even if the alarm is on, I don't wake up. And so I need, yes. So I forget and let my phone for charging. Yeah, same as in Japan. Yes. I think in India it's easy because he knows by himself when to wake up. But then if we go to another place, another country, and then the time changes, then his body, yes, he gets confused and his body wakes up, but maybe it's 3 a.m. Yes, like in Vietnam. Yes, in Vietnam and in Japan and in Vietnam. Yes, both times we had this problem. But then because he leaves his phone for charging in the night, because in India he's used to waking up by himself. So in Japan and in Vietnam, he left his phone to charge in the night, and then he forgot to wake up. And I cannot, even if I call or shake, I couldn't wake him up, and I couldn't open the door because he was very safe and he locked it. Yes, in the room I use this lock, and because I lock it, even if I ask the hotel and get an access key, I can't open the door. So I tried again. I stamped my feet, I banged on the wall. I was thinking maybe the vibration will wake him up, but no. He slept happily and I worried. Yes. Yes, it was very funny. Yes, we were laughing a lot in Japan. Yes, that's true. We were laughing about many things in Japan. Travel teaches us many things. What did you like in Japan about the technology? What did you want, or what did you like in Japan? In Japan is very fancy. The road has a tactile path, and I can use my cane by myself to find my way. There are knobs that tell me that the direction is going to change, and it tells me where to go and the path to the station. It's really easy. Oh, but they forgot to put a sign. So yes, for example, yes. So the tactile path takes me to a, yeah, okay, I understood. So the tactile path takes me to different places. It's really easy. They have knobs. It tells me how to change the direction, or that the direction is going to change. But I don't know where I'm going. I don't know when I reach my destination. And I don't know, because they forgot to put a signal or a sign that gives me that piece of information. So sometimes the technology is half. And because it's that piece is very good, but it's of no use if I don't know where I'm going. So I have a question for you. 2 days ago, you came to Madras by train, alone, independently. Yes? Yes. Yes, independently. And I worried a little bit if you can find a taxi. And after you, so maybe can you tell everybody how you came from Bangalore to my office? Yeah. First I asked you, please send me your office address. Then I emailed it to him, and he opened his computer and he copied it. And then I asked somebody, please help me write it on a piece of paper. I folded this carefully, and then I went to the station and I asked someone to help me. Yes, I kept it safe. The next day in the, no, start again. After I copied it and you wrote it. Yeah. I transferred it all. I checked everything. And then I asked somebody, please help me write it down. Put it on a piece of paper. I looked at everything, wrote it. Yes, he wrote it, folded it in a certain way and kept it in my pocket. Yes. And then the next day, I reached the train station early in the morning. I went and found my seat. I checked and I asked people. I showed them my ticket. And then I asked somebody, oh, this is the piece of paper. Yeah. So I asked somebody, please write on my palm big letters. Please help me as I need. And I ask them, I show them this, and I ask them, okay, if they don't understand, then I'll ask someone else, and then I show them my palm. And I show them how to write H-I. Okay, then I ask them, okay, where can I get something to drink? Or I want coffee or tea. And then as they start to understand, I say, okay, yes, thank you. And this way I get help from everybody. I want to ask you why you have very fancy technology. Why write on palm? Why not use your phone? No, I don't want to use my phone because, yes, suppose there is a problem, it gets lost, it takes a lot of time. I have to keep everything safe. Suppose someone takes it and runs away. No, I worry about these things, so I keep it quietly in my pocket, I keep it safe. It's just easier. Use a piece of paper, use my hand. It's safer. Yes. So it's better. Yes. And before, yes, it would be a big problem if someone stole my phone, right? Yes, that's true. Before, when we talked about this, you also told me if people write on your hand, you can understand about the person, if they are happy or nervous. Yes, yes, and if you can ask for more help. Yes, yeah. If people are scared, then I'm okay, I'm fine. I'll go and sit next to someone else. I'll search for more help until I find someone who can help me. And then I show it to them, and then we start again. And so then I show them how, and I teach them how. And then when they start understanding, yes, and I feel in their hands, then I know they are happy with me. I can sit next to them, and I say to the other person, please change with me so I can sit. I get up, I go to the other place, and then I find out how to do this. Yeah. So then it's easy for me to communicate, and I can make my judgments. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted, when we talked together, I was thinking that it was important for people to understand that yes, technology is very helpful, very good, but maybe if Pradeep didn't know Braille, didn't know different ways of communication in India and anywhere in the world, this could become a problem. So it's very important, very, very important that we teach children different ways without technology as well. Yes? So for example, if there's the problem with my phone and the connection breaks, you have to develop people. You must teach them how to manage. You have to think all the way through till the end. Yeah. You have to think of everything. You have to think of everyone. So for example, when it breaks, when the connection breaks and there's a problem, the solution has to be complete. There has to be a way from the beginning until the end both from the technology side but also from our learning side. Okay, with this, I want to stop and ask if there are questions from the audience, because I know we have 5 minutes to finish. Do you have questions? Does the audience have questions?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Sanjana. Thank you for your conversation. So my question is, I can see a little bit of technology in your cane. Can you talk about that a little bit? Thanks.
Long ago, I had a simple cane, but now there's added technology. You don't have to pay so much attention. It vibrates as you go closer. It makes everything easier. But the technology doesn't solve everything. Before, with my old cane, I could easily, quickly identify bumps and changes in the road. So this one doesn't really do it. But why do you use this new? Why do you use it? If it's not helpful, why do you use it? You have to, okay, so you just, yeah, you try, suppose, you know, he just wants the range. He wants a range of options. He likes his old cane, yes. And, yeah, these new things, they are more expensive, they require more upkeep, they break easily. So it's not really that useful for me, but you like to play with new technology, yes? I remember this is new for him. This cane that he uses is new, the edition is new. When we were in Delhi, he met someone who showed him this new thing, and he played with it for 3 days, yes, and he enjoyed it. But it's true that he chooses always his old easy cane, because it helps him understand many different things at the same time. So at the same time, he can feel the floor, he can feel if there's a barrier, he can feel many different things, and his attention is focused. But with the new, maybe it's divided attention, right? Yeah. Sometimes I miss things. If the road is bumpy, if I'm paying attention to one thing, if there's a lot of mud, dirt, water, clothes, all kinds of stuff, holes in the road, I miss all this. And this is important, yes, in India. If there's garbage, people throw garbage on the road. And then I miss it because I haven't paid attention to both things. Yes. The cane that he uses senses a barrier, but not the floor, right?
Looks like that's all we have time for, Akila.
Raji?
Yeah, one.
Rajul has a question.
No, mine was a very simple question. Namita, you mentioned at some point, not today, but earlier you had mentioned that you worked with 6 students in Bombay. My question was, were there any peer relationship? Were they friends with each other using this, or was it always an interpreter that was required for everything?
Oh, you mean were they friends with each other?
Could they,
Could
yes,
they talk to each other?
to each other.
Yes. Many of us, we were friends and are friends today. In fact, SEDB is started by Zamir, and Zamir asked Pradeep, please help, and now they are working together for the organization. They are all still friends, they visit together, yes, they help each other, yes, yes, yes. Very much, they were very good friends and they still are.
Okay, so we'll wind up now. You can ask or rather interact with Dr. Namita and Pradeep over the lunch break.